right now. Oops. Made a little boo-boo. Okay, perfect. Head and fix this in post. The wrong thing went live, apparently. Fix this in post. And no, this is not false advertising. I don't know why this happened, but that's okay. But let's go ahead and test out the chat box, I think. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, looks like we'll have to re-edit. Put in the new chat box now. And welcome to the stream, Crooked Gamer. Just gonna go ahead and... Okay, well, at least we have the backup one. At least we have the backup one. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of you. And use this one instead. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened, but that's okay. Okay, anyway, though. Salute Terence, everyone! This is Terence here. And today, we are doing Terence Talks today. And, no, I didn't mean to false advertise anything about me and Karin streaming or anything like that. But yeah, today's Terence Talks episode, we're going to be talking with Frey. Frey today, and we're going to get to know him a little bit more, and learn about his VTuber journeys and whatnot. So I think with all that said, we can go ahead and... Well, we're going to have to reshare this stream now. Yeah, apparently. I don't know what happened, but apparently... it kind of decided to go live on the wrong thing. Yeah, good job, me. Alright, let's, before we get any more flustered, let's actually post a link saying we're live. The new link, that is. Because I'm dumb. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and unmute ourselves. Here we go. All right.
Hello.
Hello. Yep, you can come out of hiding now.
Oh, wait, why am I small? Wait, I didn't mean to make myself small. I already caused scuff. I wanted to be a big swoop in surprise, but hi.
Hello, hello.
How's everyone doing? Hello.
Yep, hello, hello. Man, do you care to introduce yourself to everyone in chat?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Mint Frey. I am a demonic kitty butler at your service, and I tend to cook a lot of good food over on my Twitter. But I am gonna say that I am worth my salt. So if anyone says I don't do a good enough job with my food, no, I am worth my salt. Because a butler that can't do that much is not worth his salt.
Indeed, indeed. Also, a nice unintentional black butler reference right there.
Yeah, I mean, I was like looking for references over like butler attires and everything, and I just figured, you know, come to think of it, I've never even seen Black Butler, so why don't I watch that and maybe, I don't know, maybe get some inspiration? I don't know. And I was like, okay, this anime nice. I like it. And he sure says that quote a lot, like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. I mean, I will say that man's got Riz. I mean, he's Sigma. He doesn't even put too much effort into his like charisma. So you know, I mean, he just is. Especially that that one scene for where just to get information out of I think it was a maid. Snoo, if you know what I mean. Snoo.
Oh yeah, definitely. Futurama.
Yeah, I'm glad that you. Yeah, Futurama's such a good show, I swear.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just go ahead and typing something on chat because apparently the wrong waiting room ended up going live when I was doing it. So now.
Oh, I was wondering about that. Yeah, I was about to note how it didn't say that you went live. Like, is there like a where? I posted the link like in my Discord server to promote this stream. I can like do that again in my server with the correct link.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like, do I go to your channel and it should say that you are like live from there?
Yep. And you can also check my Twitter, and I did post a link there.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll just go ahead and drag from Twitter then, for sure.
Yep. It should be the one that's like 2 minutes old.
2 minutes old. Gotcha. Oh, there it is. Oh, the one that's 2 minutes old. Oh, right. I got the one from the hour ago. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and make sure to like, you know, notify this to like my followers over my Discord server for sure.
Oh, yep. Much appreciated. All right.
Don't mind the hotkeys as I put in the tags.
Oh, yep, no problem.
I swear, it's like such a pet peeve for where, yes, I love these tags, but they just like, they just pop up like that.
Oh yeah, I understand the frustration of that. Every time you kind of want something to get done, it just does something else.
Yeah, that's why I had to be careful with like my hotkeys. Like I had to try a couple different things to like ensure I got the hotkey like set in case I need to mute myself in a Discord call. Because one, I just kept like taking screenshots with one key. The other, I kept like going into like full screen over a browser or a game, and I'm just like, okay, this random key, just choose a random key. I'll force myself to remember, and there we go.
There we go. Nice. All right, then. On to our first question. How are you doing today?
Oh, how I'm doing today? Well, I recently decided to quit coffee. At first, I felt like crap, but I've been able to get myself up and going, and I'm gonna miss coffee. So I also feel some sadness for where, yeah, because I'm so physically laborious in real life job that isn't unfortunately my occupation in real life is not being a butler. I wish maybe I could just serve at somebody's like own home, own mansion, so that way I could be a VTuber full time, and whatever they pay me will just go straight into VTubing.
Nice. That's great. Yep. Oh, yep, imagine being a butler and practically being your own butler at the same time.
Okay, that actually would be wild. I mean, technically I am my own butler with the way that I cook and like take care of myself. Like, I have to make my own bed. That's your self-butlery duties. I have to wash the sheets. I have to wash my clothes. For me, yes, I am my own butler, and anybody can be their own butler out there. Take that as great motivation in case you're kind of feeling like lazy and doing some chores because, real life is just, it's just hectic. But hey, tell yourself this. All right?
Yep.
Good to be your own butler. Think about it. You've always wanted a butler or maybe a maid. You could be your own butler or maid.
Indeed.
Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just roleplay. Just roleplay your chores.
Yep, roleplay your chores. Just minus the Koshujisama stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know some of you are watching out there probably wishing they had their own maid.
Oh, yeah, the amount of times I wish I had my own maid or butler when I was in college. Like, oh, man. I mean, at least I did cook for myself. I didn't rely on instant ramen and ice cube soup, so I ate responsibly.
Oh, yep, that's good. Always important. Yips. Of course, what's some of the things that you cooked during college?
Oh, they were so simplistic. Although there was a period of time I decided to rely on food packages to come by at my place, but my kitchen where I used to live in what was called a shotgun shack, for where the front door and back door would easily face each other in this tiny shack that I used to live in. It's not like a shack out in the middle of the woods. No, otherwise I wouldn't be able to go to college back then. But yeah, like the kitchen was just so small. I didn't even have like 2 tubs of sink. I just had 1 sink. I didn't have a dishwasher. I had to like hand wash my dishes and then just let them dry.
Oh.
I barely had room for anything, and I just wanted to try to be healthy as possible to keep my sanity up because I needed those nutrients to give me some brain power because I needed to complete those like college assignments.
Ah, I see. Yep, very understandable. No.
But whenever I didn't rely on like those food packages that came with like the ingredients that proved really handy, I just relied. Okay, so there were like only three dishes I just primarily cooked with, which was sad. It was spaghetti, sloppy joes, and this thing I decided to whip up by combining mac and cheese with pulled pork.
Ooh.
And that was like a bunch of things that I just like ended up relying on. They say you get sick of like eating the same thing over and over again, but somehow I managed to survive off of those 3 things.
Ah, I see. Oh yeah, that's definitely better than nothing, at least.
Yeah, it was like the cheapest things that I could like formulate to cook for myself that I knew the best. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like other way better ways that I could have like, be cheap but be more broad, but I was just simple-minded back then. I didn't know what else I didn't know.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We all learn from our experiences, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. Oh, welcome to the stream, Geyer. The stream, we're just gonna continue with this VOD here.
I'm sorry.
You're in the wrong chat, buddy.
Wait, who is this stream for again? It was Comrade and Celeste. I'm sorry, I'm neither of those 2 people. I'm
sorry
Frey.
about
I'm a
that.
demonic kitty butler. The stream title was a lie, everyone.
The stream title's a lie.
It was just clickbait, but you didn't realize you would get a butler on your hands.
Indeed. Yep, you thought you were gonna get 2 cute anime girls. Nope, you just got a hot butler guy. Indeed. Oh, yep, we can go ahead and move on to our second question now. Is this your first time being interviewed?
Actually, yeah, it is. Like, I just, like, didn't seek too many opportunities for, like, networking back then, but I've been getting a whole lot better with networking, with like getting a lot out of my comfort zone. I mean, I think it really does help that I have my own manager that has like given me like plenty of opportunities to network with who I've been needing to network. And I come to the realization, you know, I am just like, I'm just surrounded with like these many opportunities that I'm just like, you know, I could tell that I should not just be too shy at all. I mean, I of course there is like the gaming collabs that I have like partaken, and I've been doing even more of them ever since like getting over my last hiatus and like being properly acclimatized to my current job, and just like, you know what, I'm balling. I'm just gonna be balling and just like, you know, say I'm gonna go in with no regrets. And me being in this interview is really exciting, and I can't wait for like any further opportunities to partake in.
Ah, nice. So you're grabbing the bull by the horns and just taking anything that's being offered, huh?
Yeah, you may never know with my current job because I'm a merchandiser, so I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take whatever opportunity I can get. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm just too busy, yappity yap. Well, there's a thing called get good. So I told myself this, just get good. you see all these like, you know, those protagonists in shonen anime, they get stronger with no complaints. Why can't you be that way, Frey, huh? Snap out of it.
Nope.
You want to whine about it? No. Snap out of it. Get as strong as them.
Right,
be your own anime protagonist in your own content. Come on, people are paying attention to you.
Yep, they're right. Yeah. Go out and get some brass. Get a job, boy.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, really good. Oh, yips. Oh, yep, you mentioned other opportunities. What other opportunities are you most interested in?
Well, there are some things that I do have to keep secret. It is by contract with my manager, but for sure I can say that I have been taking some singing lessons thanks to a coach that she has connected me to, and I've learned a lot from like the past couple lessons that I've taken from her, and they proved as a really fruitful experience for me to broaden my horizons and realize music is much more than just like, you know, say what you listen to the radio where it's just all poppy and poppier with like very memorizable lyrics, but some people can really turn them into something, especially when I listen to other VTubers with their covers or original songs, and I'm just like, you know, I love how the VTuber world is brought on, and I've been interested in like expanding capabilities, what I can do with my voice, such as how ASMR is a thing that I love, although I've yet to get back into that, but I'm gonna get back into that in January. And I just been curious over singing with what that could do for like exercising more of my muscles for what I do. And I ended up falling in love with singing. I mean, even though I'm starting out as like, you know, pretty okay, I don't know basic, because my singing coach just told me just dial up your emotions to a 10, okay? Don't be afraid. Just dial them up to a 10. If people say you're cringe, that means they're wrong and they're overthinking what singing actually is. Just do it. Just do it.
Yep, sounds good. Yep, that's also one of my favorite memes too. It was like way back in 2017.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, I feel old just remembering that meme. I was like in high school when that meme came out, when Shia LaBeouf. What was Shia LaBeouf thinking? Like why? Like, why?
Yep. Yep, I guess he was pretty desperate for the clout, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I thought he did good in the Transformers trilogy. I was like, what more? I've even seen him in a couple other movies as well, such as a movie involving a tank, as well as being in the Moonshining Gig. I've seen like a couple other movies that he was in. Oh, yeah, and Holes, that really old movie that was released from Disney, Holes.
Indeed. Oh yeah, Holes was pretty good actually.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it as a kid.
It looks like Geyer's saying Shia is a hitter on this.
Yeah, indeed. I don't really keep paying attention too much to too many like actors and such. I mean, it's kind of weird for where like, you know, I had like some interest in acting, yet I don't keep track of like certain voice actors or actors out there in the world of famous people. I'm just like, why don't I have a role model to look up to? Like, what am I doing? I mean, I'm mostly paying attention to VTubers. Like, I don't know if I got time to like put other people to look up to in my mind. I mean, I got my Oshi and everything, but oh my god, I can only keep track of so many things. I feel old. I feel left out.
Oh, yep. I know that feeling too. There's too many things to keep up with, and then you're not sure what to keep up with.
Yeah, but it's really great. There's such a variety of things to like really get into. But I do know that with content creation, it is really good to take in a wide range of inspirations, like more than just like say the VTuber community that one would be in, but say if they aspire like acting or voice acting, then it's always great to like have their own personal role model like that they could like look up to with how they enunciate their emotions. Even though for me, I'm not particularly looking into like voice acting gigs, as I just want to start off with ASMR as well as like singing, but for sure I definitely have like a few favorites that I look up to for singing in the VTuber world.
Ah, yep, definitely. I can understand that. Yips. Oh, yep, you mentioned ASMR. What was your biggest inspiration for getting into ASMR?
Well, it just started off with like some general interest, but I do have this friend that has done really well for herself in the VTuber community, more specifically the ASMR community. Like me and her have been like friends since like almost the beginning where, you know, indie VTubers started to get on the rise in 2021. Like I was just going through Twitter. I think I was like tweeting something for like, hey, let's be positive, everyone. She ended up liking it. I thought, I really like her name and her profile pic and her character concept. Let me look at her Twitter page. I'm like, oh, follow. And yeah, we've been like, we follow each other for sure. And she didn't originally start off with ASMR content, but eventually she specialized in that while having like other means of content creation outside of like Twitch. But with her ASMR content, I just thought it was like really soothing to just like tune into, unwind, and I just thought, huh, it'd be pretty interesting if I got into that. But it was like, I was like half into it, half not into it. And eventually I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a big thing for me. So, yes, please.
Ah, nice. Oh, yep. It's good that you had a friend that actually got into ASMR along with you.
Yeah.
Yep, very nice way to start off a journey together. Yep, anyway, on to our next question. What are your hobbies?
Oh, my hobbies? Well, I am just dedicated to like content creation, of course. It's like such a big thing that's been a part of my life, or where I like editing, I like a bit of graphic design to go for, but to go outside of like content creation for like my hobbies, I do like to be physically active, even though my job makes me physically active, which is great, but also not too great when it comes to like overtime, and I'm just like, oh gosh dang it. I mean, it's great that I'm like, you know, getting up and about for, you know, how some VTubers don't touch enough grass out there, but I'm just like, I'm glad I got this job, but at the same time, I'm not so glad. So it's a free workout for me, even though my apartment complex has a gym, but maybe when, you know, the 4-day work weeks hit for me, because it's going to start in January, I'm going to get back into hitting the gym. But I also love yoga. I mean, I just do some light yoga at home, but again, when the 4-day work weeks hits, I think about doing more elaborate yoga, so that way I stay limber and always ready to take on the day and just feel awake for myself. And let's see here. Well, definitely singing may end up becoming like a new hobby for me, because I've been getting really into it, and more than just, you know, those occasional times that you would just sing in the shower, for where, you know, I'm actually going to be really into singing. And cooking. Oh yes, cooking. Oh my god, yeah. At first it was like just a thing to do, you know, to survive while you're single. But cooking, with everyone that just appreciates like all the posts I make over cooking, and even my manager told me that I should get into like some form of content creation with cooking, such as like shorts to like post on YouTube as well as on TikTok, just to showcase my skills, and even recommended me a little tripod to have in the kitchen just to showcase with what I've got, and like, you know, or you know, even just like say reviewing food and anime like Delicious in Dungeon. I love Delicious in Dungeon. It is my religion, for where a couple of my friends have started a watch party and we watch it together whenever we can, and we just rant and just pinpoint the little things that come out of the anime. Delicious in Dungeon, I'm so glad to be alive during the time that Delicious in Dungeon is out. Like, I even love Laios, and sometimes I relate to him over social cues I struggled with back then. He's such a funny goober. I love that man.
Nice. Yep, I'll have to probably look into Dungeon Meshi. It's pretty much...
Yes! And if you're wondering if like the dub is good, yes, the dub is good. So for those that are sole dub watchers, Delicious in Dungeon has an excellent dub cast. They did not skimp out on the quality of the English voice acting.
That's good to know, because I know that a lot of people that watch dub anime will automatically drop anime once they know a dub is bad.
Yeah, with Delicious in Dungeon, they did not skip out on the quality. I'm glad.
Yep, that's good. Yep, we'll definitely look into it. All right. Oh, yep. Oh, do you usually have your watch parties on your Discord?
I want to get into having a watch party. Like, I've always struggled with, okay, what would they be into? That, if I made the right choice, do you like this anime that I like to watch, or this movie that I've seen way back then, or just an upcoming hot movie or show? You guys want to do that with me? If not, that's totally cool. I'm just gonna cry about it if you guys don't want to partake in it. But for real though, I eventually really want to do a watch party of some kind. Like, for example, I actually don't have anything planned for Christmas, and I feel so bad about that, because I'm just getting the hang with content creation. Like, I even had to ask my manager with what to do to celebrate for 500 followers by surpassing that amount over on Twitch. And I decided to commission some artwork, as well as do the Kiss, Marry, Hug challenge. And by the way, Terence, thank you so much for submitting that PNG. Like, that's going to really help out with content, because I'm going to turn that into a video, as I know how much, like, you know, other VTubers struggle to keep track with other people's content. It is tough. It is not easy. Yet we connect and friend with each other in many ways. Like, sometimes, even if, like, you know, we don't connect with each other for like a few months, but if an opportunity were to arise to reconnect, like here with me, with Terence, then hey, that's awesome, because I met this guy. I trust him. I know he's a good guy, so I knew I could trust him to partake in this interview, not just somebody random that decided to ask me for an interview unless their portfolio on Twitter or anywhere else looked good.
Oh, yep, true. Yep, especially with all the stuff that's going on Twitter, where there's some random art bots always DMing you random stuff saying,
yeah.
You gotta hate that crap.
At least on Blue Sky, I see less of it. Like, it's very rare for me to see a bad post on Blue Sky, and Blue Sky is just, it's like the opposite of brain rot for me, for where I just feel cleansed.
Oh, yep, true. Yep, that's good. Yep, Blue Sky's definitely gonna be taking over Twitter, because now, well, let's not talk about politics now, because now that Elon Musk now has a new position now.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
But I find it so interesting that Blue Sky is like, I think it's like #2 social media app in the US and Canada. It's #3 in a country in Europe, I think. Maybe it was in England. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, like US and Canada. Number 2, just right before Twitter. That's like so wild that a lot of people are just drawn to Blue Sky.
I know, right? Oh yeah, well, welcome to the stream, Bubba. Oh hey,
Hi, Bubba.
It's the 2 guys who repeatedly betrayed me.
Wait, what? Huh?
Wait, are you still holding on to that time during the 4-year anniversary?
Okay. What did I do? What did I do?
I think I think both of us ended up voting for him that one time during that stream incident.
Oh, right. A bunch of crazy stuff happened during Among Us. Right. No hard feelings there, Papa.
Yeah.
No hard feelings?
Yep, no hard feelings. I mean, it's just a game. I don't think we need to start a bloodbath over that.
No, we don't.
Yep. On to our next question. And this one's a pretty simple one. Do you play video games?
I do. Oh, I so do. I mean, I've been in a lot of collabs that, yep, I've been very active with like video games, and I'm pretty much like into a variety of video games. I mean, the only things I don't really specifically touch are like certain first-person shooters. I mean, a lot of first-person shooters I can get, but like certain ones like Call of Duty, I just fell out of interest years ago. And another one I don't really touch is like sports-oriented like games such as FIFA, soccer. I don't really go for those, and not really so much on racing games like say NASCAR or no, it was Forza Motorsport Horizon. I forgot the name, but I'm pretty sure it's Forza. Like I used to like play Forza back then as a kid because I just thought it was really cool to go fast and try to beat my brothers playing the game on our PlayStation, but that eventually I just fell out of interest. But other than that, I'm into a lot of games. Like, for example, I really want to get into the Death Note Among Us like game. I actually was going to, like, there was a day that this collab group scheduled for today, but I told them I got an interview that I scheduled ahead of time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but hopefully next time, because I want to be Kira. I want to have my Death Note. I want to cause some destruction. I want to control people and have them meet their demise. I want to be Kira so bad. I haven't touched that game yet, and I'm sad.
Yep. He also wants to take potato chip and eat it.
And then I'll take potato chip and eat it.
Indeed. Yep, that meme will never get old.
I love that meme so much. I never thought Bandai Namco. Then again, I think we really should have expected Bandai Namco would have tried something like this. We should have seen it coming. We should have.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's pretty rare to actually give Among Us some competition after all. And I think
And of course, there are other games like it, like Lockdown Protocol, that I just love. Like, I played that game twice, but I am always itching to, like, play that game again. Like, I just love how chaotic Lockdown Protocol can get. Like, way more chaotic than how Among Us can turn out. Like, if you're innocent or the killer, you just go out and hunt people. Like, it's what you do while trying to complete tasks, and if anyone seems sus, then you eliminate them on sight. And all of the accusations that would just go on. Oh, it's so crazy.
Oh,
but
yeah,
if
definitely.
I would have picked, although I wonder if there's a favorite multiplayer game that I just like, you know, even if I wouldn't play all the time, but for the occasions I do, it's just phenomenal. And that would be Party Animals, because so many things can happen in so many ways, even in a single stream.
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely.
Oh my goodness, the last Party Animals collab that I was in, there was one person I ended up teamed up with for a while until we got switched around, but then I was like, wait, I don't want to kill you. Nope, you can have this. And then I was accused by one of my friends, and they said, "Man, stop sipping for your friend." I'm like, I'm not, I'm just a nice guy. I'm not.
Yep, definitely. I can understand that too. Yep, Party Animals is a very chaotic game. Can pretty much bring things out of you that you never knew you had.
Yeah.
Yeps. Yeah, it's something that I'll pretty much get back to eventually, if I'm in the right mood.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to hit me up if you get into Party Animals.
Oh, yep, definitely. I pretty much have it hoarding on my Xbox Series X, so I'm pretty much have it on speed dial.
I see.
Yeps. Alright, on to our next question. How did you get into video games?
Oh, well, my parents decided to just lump me in with the DS2 and Game Boy when I was a little boy. When I was just a little butler. Just a butler in training in the butler/maid household, let's just say for some lore, but also to pair up with actual history.
Yep.
I was just introduced with the DS2, and the first game I ever played was Super Mario 64, and this was the DS2 edition, but where you get to play more than just as Mario. You get to play as Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario. And every time they get this, like, I can't remember if it was a star, but every time they got like some sort of power up, they got like different abilities. Like Mario flew, Luigi, wow, I actually forgot. But Wario would just turn into steel in order to like get down at the bottom of this one pond just to reach like the star, just to like be able to get that goal, just to say it's been completed. Like, it was really cool. I thought it was like so cool and revolutionary at the time when I was a kid, for where you could play multiplayer on that game. Where you pair up with other DS2s, like I did with my brothers, and maybe like another neighborhood kid, I forgot who he was, and yeah, like we just did like different like mini games for whatever the DS2 provided. It really wasn't like much of a multiplayer thing, for where there was more to it with single player than multiplayer, but I just thought it was really fun, cool, and revolutionary at the time when I just like did that with other people, to think that I could just connect online with others like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, once online multiplayer became a thing, everybody pretty much got into it as well.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, my next console was like the PlayStation 2, and unfortunately there was like no multiplayer on that. But then came the Xbox 360 and Wii, that my parents decided to just like switch us from PlayStation boys to Xbox and Wii boys. And my first online experience, I can't remember if it was Left 4 Dead or Halo 3, but either of those games, like, for me to be thrown into multiplayer and even play like couch seat gaming with my brothers and other friends, like, I thought I was introduced to a whole brand new world, and it was great. That and Mario Kart on the Wii.
Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, Mario Kart Wii was a very chaotic game for me online as well. Pretty much almost never won a single race, but...
Same, but I had fun.
That was fun, yep.
I mean, there were times I almost got first. And maybe one time I got first.
Oh, yep, definitely. Oh, yeah, I especially like that other, that one little mini game where you actually run into that little giant robot that you hit when you... Oh, yeah, there was this other battle mode in Mario Kart Wii where you actually fight this little really big robot, but when you're in the waiting screen, I think. I can't say I remember what it looked like, but I remember seeing some clips of that, and it looked pretty cool, actually. That would be like the first time
I don't remember that.
Mario Kart actually had a boss fight.
Maybe I just never really partook in that game, and I just focused mostly on racing, I guess. Huh, never knew about that. I guess I was just a naive little boy that just didn't see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Oh,
That's very interesting.
Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, hopefully that feature will pretty much never come back, though. But, I did especially like the battle modes in Mario Kart, though.
I should probably get Mario Kart sometime on my Switch. I don't have too many games on my Switch, as I primarily used it as a means in order to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And both games, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Yep, chef's kiss indeed. Yep, best Zelda games to date.
Yeah. And I know that they won't be coming out with a third one of its kind because the game developers strongly believe they did everything that they believe was there to offer in that universe.
Oh, yep, definitely.
Yeah, they did not want to betray the artistic ideals that they went for.
Yep. Good luck figuring out that Zelda timeline, Game Theorist.
It's its own timeline. It's its own universe.
Of course. On to our next question. What are your favorite video game genres?
Favorite video game genres? I used to be pretty big on Battle Royale when it first came out, but okay, I'm still down for Battle Royale. Like, I managed to get back into Fortnite. But during the phase I was into Fortnite, I was pretty much peer pressure to not like Fortnite because people were like, oh, look, Fortnite's just trying to be cool. Like, it's trying to connect with, like, this and that from this show, this movie, etc., etc. Like, it's just a people pleaser. It's just like, just trying to sustain itself, like a waste of money. And it's just for little kids just to scream into their microphones. It's so cringe. But I'm just like, you know what? I really don't care. And plus, I think I like being Victor Von Doom in Fortnite and having his emotes in Fortnite. So you know what I think? I think I'm really content with that. I like having a big shiny sword that pairs well with Victor Von Doom in Fortnite, so I can whack enemies with it if they try to get a chest when I first land.
Oh, yep, definitely true.
And let's see, what else can I say?
I mean, anything is better than a toxic Call of Duty lobby, at least.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, those lobbies back then, how did I manage to survive those lobbies back then when I was a kid? That's a wonder.
Oh, yep.
Let's see. Well, I'm thinking about getting back into gacha, but I was definitely big on gacha when I was in college, especially when I was waiting in between class periods, and I just wanted to pull out my phone, and I first started up playing Azure Lane when gacha games started to make big waves here in the West, but I've always felt that Azure Lane was just too easy because I didn't really need to pay for like any packages to get better chances to get damn boats because I just had to work hard. I just had to get good, and it was just really, really easy for me to get the SSR boats, and I was like, okay, yep, I'm good. And then I eventually switched over to Fate Grand Order. Now that I actually did spend money on, but do I regret it? No. I got this, okay, I should say there's an SSR that I managed to get 4 times that was just so inexpensive for me. I mean, there was only one time that I managed to get her from paid gacha, but 3 times I got it in a matter of luck, where this one Discord server I was a part of that was full of fans over Fate Grand Order. They were so jealous that I managed to get this SSR 3 times, and then a 4th time during like a paid gacha spin.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I still remember who it was. For Fate Grand Order fans, in case you want to know, it was Okita Alter, that alter ego servant. Oh, yeah, I got her 4 times. And I enjoyed every single moment that I got the chance to use her. Even if it wasn't against enemies she would be that well good against, I didn't care. I just kept using her over and over again. And then came Genshin Impact, but then I got burned out because it can like be so soul-sucking. But I know there's like better alternatives to try out. Like, I know for example, Honkai Star Rail tends to keep their events like longer than Genshin Impact. There's Wuthering Waves, There's also Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh, yep.
And is there another one I'm missing? Probably not, but I'm kind of curious to try Zenless Zone Zero, but I'm just not so sure. Like, I definitely want something that's like easy to consume, but maybe provide some good challenge, but not being too broad with a lot of things to do, to not be too soul-sucking. But then again, what gacha game isn't... Okay, well, Azure Lane wasn't too soul-sucking, so, you know.
Yep. You mentioned Wolverine Waves, which, I actually have an announcement for that. They're actually bringing that to PS5 on January.
Hey, nice.
Which means I'll be able to play it soon.
Hey, way to go. I hope you enjoy playing Wuthering Waves.
Yep. Thank you very much. Which, I hear a lot of people pretty much talk about it, and it definitely has me interested in the combat. Looks like it might be a little bit more in-depth than Genshin, so it's definitely on my interest list.
Yeah, it definitely seems way more flashy than what Genshin Impact provides, and I thought Genshin Impact was flashy.
Oh, yep, definitely. Alright, on to our next question. Who's your favorite video game character?
Oh, there are like, I think it's safe to say, there's quite a number. Yeah, from childhood favorites that I'll never forget to like modern day ones. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with the safe answer for like, if I were to specify over a character that I was like pretty obsessed with, for where I would religiously try to like level up and stuff, that would be Okita Alter from Fate Grand Order, because I became pretty attached to her with like, you know, learning like how she like goes out and about during this one event that occurred, and I just like felt so sorry for her when she like met her demise in the story, even though you could like summon her again in game if you're lucky enough to get her, because you know she's SSR, so it's pretty rare to get. And I just felt like such sentimental attachment to her that I even crowned her and got her to the max level that I could. There was very limited resources to spare, you know, when it comes to leveling up servants in Fate Grand Order, but I didn't care. I just wanted to give her love and attention and know that she is loved and will never be forgotten. Yeah, I sold my soul a bit there when playing Fate Grand Order.
I see. Yep, understandable. Well, gotta love your gacha waifus like you love your virtual pets.
Yes.
Yep, I can definitely get behind that at least. Especially when it comes to when you find your favorite in Genshin too. Yep. And now on to our next question. What anime do you watch?
Oh, like currently?
Yep, currently any old ones from your childhood or currently ones are acceptable.
Alright, for one I'm currently watching, I'll give like the most obvious hint. Dun 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 dun.
Yep, that's also watching that one too.
I love Dun Dun Dun. Like, when I first heard about it, I wasn't so sure I was gonna get into it. Like, I just thought, oh, well, this seems pretty nice. But when I first started getting into it and I just saw all those animations, it felt like the animators just got together and had a beer party and just had a blast just animating every single frame that they could.
Oh,
especially with like just how things like kicked off in the first episode. I am just like, look at how expressive every single character is. Like, this girl tried to kick her ex-boyfriend's ass even though she failed to, but that was quite the kick that she managed to throw in there.
Oh, definitely. And then, of course, the rest of the episode definitely start taking a lot of turns, too.
Oh, yeah, like the second to last episode, oh my man, it got me the feels. It did. It made me feel bad for the Silky with her past.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Though with the latest episode I watched yesterday, oh my goodness! Oh, I'm so ready. Like things are getting so interesting.
Oh, yep. Yep, I can't wait for them to actually show off the other male character as well.
Also, important question, how old is that grandma? Like, how is she looking so young, so pretty? And I gotta know, how old is she? Or am I not supposed to ask, because you're never supposed to ask a lady her age, but still, like, what's her secret to look young? What's she do? What's she doing?
Yeah, what's she do? What type of diet is she eating, or what type of training she had to look that freaking young?
Maybe she's born with it, maybe she's Maybelline, because wow, that's quite the hair that she has to keep up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she could do worse. At least it's not a very Marge Simpson-like.
Oh my god!
If I saw the Marge Simpson do on an anime character, I'm probably just leaving right now.
Oh my god.
Yep. Oh, yep. Any other animes besides Don Da Don?
Well, I dared myself. Another anime I'm currently watching, I dared myself. I dared myself to get started with One Piece. I know. I made it for a wild ride, and I know I got so many episodes to even get to the current ongoing one, but I just been liking how goofy and silly like One Piece is. It's been like real good humorous relief while getting back from work, so I can definitely see so far why a lot of people revere One Piece. I understand now, and I can't wait to understand even more as I get more into the anime.
Oh, yep, definitely. Well, I do have good news for you. The current arc is pretty much on hiatus till April 2025, so you'll have a decent amount of time to binge watch it.
I mean, it took me 6 to 8 months to binge watch Naruto to eventually get to Boruto, although I stopped watching Boruto because I was getting kind of tired of it for some time. It's just the fillers for me personally, and just like with the old style of doing shonen, it's just to continuously release episode from episode. But I'm more of the guy for where, you know, you kind of like it, like I like how shonen anime like Demon Slayer, like with how they evenly space out their arcs. That's what I'm more of a fan of, as well as My Hero Academia. Of course, with anime that are still, you know, doing that for such a long time, I guess it would feel odd if they just like switched up things for how they did things. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I can't fully blame them on that.
Yep, true. Oh yeah, looks like Frederick asked you a question. He asked, has Minty seen the fan letter short from One Piece yet?
Fan letter short? This is actually the first time that I'm hearing about it. Fan letter short? Huh?
Yep, it's basically kind of like a somewhat of a filler episode that pretty much takes place during the Fishman Island arc after the 2-year time skip.
Oh, I mean, I'm just at the part for where Nami steals the boat without spoiling anything too much. That's the part that I'm at.
Oh, okay. I see. Understandable. Alright then, looks like you didn't watch it, Frederick.
Nope, I didn't.
That's okay. Oh, yep. He also says, I think Boruto had potential, they just haven't taken advantage of it. Oh, yep, I agree with that too. Like, pretty much almost most of the episodes in Boruto were constant filler after the whole Chunin exam arc. And then, then they eventually started getting into it once it's around in the late 200s.
Yeah, like when they finally introduced that character that a lot of fans have been dying to see, that's supposed to be a, you know, what would be a close friend to Boruto.
Yep. Yep, Kawaki. Yep, he definitely had the pretty dark backstory, of course.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Yep, very abusive father, very abusive parents. Pretty much couldn't trust anyone anyone around him because of that abuse.
But it was really good that Naruto managed to like show him the way. So I'll definitely give those episodes their props for how much I was able to personally stand Boruto. Like there was some good that I got out of Boruto, but other times I'm like,
Yep, too many fillers, man. And none of those fillers have good stories either. Yips. Ah, yep. Understandable. Oh, yep, on to our next question. Let's see, how did you get into watching anime?
oh, it was back in college. Like, I was just having such a miserable day. Like, I remember it being a long span of just courses that I just couldn't comprehend that well. And then when I went home, I realized I left my laptop on campus and I had to go back and get it, but I was searching frantically for it until eventually my professor managed to find it for me. And then I just went back home. I just felt like I didn't want to do any homework. I just wanted to unwind, and I just asked on Facebook, like the last time I used Facebook, for what good anime is out there. And I was recommended Death Note and Attack on Titan, but I decided to watch Death Note first. And I had a Netflix subscription at the time, and I just decided to just give it a try. I went for the dub because I was new to anime, so I thought dub was an okay start to go for.
Yep.
And I was just really taken aback with like the whole thought processes that Light was just going through, especially to cover up his murders, like just being so elaborate. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Excuse me? Wait, I'm cheering on an evil person? What am I doing? Then I realized it was way past my bedtime, but I just didn't care because I just really needed that. I really do. So yeah, fun fact, Death Note was the first anime that I got into that got me into anime.
Nice. Oh, yep. Death Note was also really good for me as well. And I think it probably has one of my favorite dub casting I've seen in anime as well.
Yeah, the dub casting was good. It was well done.
Which I especially kind of like the fact that L, at least from when I first heard him, when I first watched it, kind of sounded a little bit on the British side, but he probably wasn't British.
Wait, what?
At least
he sounded British to you?
A little bit. That was just my mindset as a kid, though.
Huh.
Because I couldn't really distinguish the voice actor, but I did recognize the guy who voiced Kira, who was, he also voiced some of the characters in Mega Man Anti-Warrior. He voiced Lan from Mega Man Anti-Warrior. He also voiced Rock from Black Lagoon as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yips. If you folks know, you know.
That's how it starts. Just one bad day, and the next thing you know, you're watching until 3 a.m. I didn't stay up until 3 a.m. I stayed up until 1 a.m. What do you mean?
Yep, that might have been too... That's been pretty nice, huh? Binge watching anime till 1 a.m.
Yeah, I really needed that. I can't even remember if I skipped dinner or not because I was just so glued to it. Maybe I ordered out a pizza. I can't remember.
Oh, yips. Very nice. Yep. Oh, yeah, what type of pizza did you have?
I mean, if I were to have ordered a pizza back then, it would just be pepperoni. I'm a basic kind of guy.
Yep. Understandable.
Maybe barbecue sauce instead of the tomato sauce, maybe, but don't quote me on that.
Ooh, barbecue pepperoni. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I like barbecue sauce that Domino's offers.
Oh, yeah, definitely has a very, very sweet and tangy flavor to it. Yep, on to our next question. What anime genres and series do you watch?
Well, there's definitely shonen that I can get into because I feel like I could just put myself in a bunch of protagonist shoes for where, like, for years I've been into content creation, but not too good at it, even though I have technically improved over time, but they're always something of a bigger challenge to face, and that is something I have come to terms with. But I think the arc that I'm in right now is like the true training arc because I've been working so wonderfully with my manager for like the projects that I'm gonna have going on. Again, I wish I could say, but there are just some things I can't talk about. But it's so exciting. It's like, I just want to say, I just want to just gush over the things I'm excited for, but I can't say anything. I can't.
Yep.
But let's see here. I definitely like stuff that's like horror based, like Dandadan, as well as Jujutsu Kaisen, even though that's also shonen. But with the stuff that goes on in Jujutsu Kaisen, especially with like one particular fight scene, oh my goodness, like for where, oh god, I forgot names. I forgot names, but I'll also say Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I did see that in theaters and oh my goodness, it was so well done. But the beginning creeped me out a lot, but at the same time, I liked it. So I can take in horror pretty well. I used to not take in horror that well when I was a kid, as I had demonophobia and what was it? I almost want to say necrophobia, but I could be wrong. It's the fear of the dark. I know demonophobia is a fear of demons, but no, nyctophobia. Nyctophobia might be the fear of the dark, but don't quote me on that one unless someone looks it up and tells me what the phobia for fear of the dark is.
Oh yeah.
It's really interesting with how I just evolved from being afraid of such things to actually just taking it all in and enjoying it, because I evolved during college. It's like took in a bunch of knowledge that you take in that you wouldn't really get from high school or your parents. So I've changed in a lot of ways, that's for sure.
Yep. Good to hear. Especially since you managed to overcome most of your phobias as well once you start watching them.
Oh yeah, for sure. You could say that.
Yep. For me, I'd say I still have pretty much a phobia for probably like gore and stuff too. So body horror is pretty bad for me, especially when you watch movies like The Thing and such.
That's fair.
But I think I'm pretty good with most horror as well. Yep. Oh yeah, speaking of horror, have you seen Angels of Death?
Angels of Death. Was that from like the same manga author that made Death Note, for where his work over that got turned into an anime? Is that the one that I'm thinking of, for where it's Death Note inspired like in some ways, but different, for where each person that was about to commit suicide ends up with an angel of their own? Is it that one?
Oh no, I think that's Platinum, and Angels of Death is actually the anime that's actually based off an old RPG Maker game.
Wait, I think my best friend's playing that. Maybe, wait, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it had its own game a long time ago, but then it got an anime adaptation. Does it involve a guy covered in a lot of bandages that wears a hoodie? Is it that guy?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of it, but I can't remember why I stopped watching it. I mean, it was really good. But I don't know why I stopped watching it. Maybe it's because I fell to, like, depression at the time during college. I really can't remember, but yeah, it was good.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Parasite, the Korean movie, or Parasite, the manga anime? Definitely the anime. I tried watching the Korean movie, but it felt... Wait, you said... Oh, wait, no, Wait, are you talking about the Korean show? The live adaptation show, for where it got its own spin of things? Wait, did you mean show? Because if you meant the show, I decided to try it out, but it felt really slow, and not exactly the same, so I couldn't really get into it. So yeah, and anime all the way.
Yep, true. Oh yeah, Parasite was also pretty terrifying for me when I kind of watched it. Especially when you saw like the first episode and then the couple was trying to kiss and then the guy worked his whole face around and ate the woman's head off.
Yeah, it was wild.
Oh, yep. Yep, opening was a banger though. Yep, on to our next question. Alright. Looks like we're still on the anime subject. Okay, here we go. Who's your favorite anime character?
A lot. I'll definitely say a lot for sure, but let's see here to see if I can dial it down. I think I'm having a hard time because I just like a lot of anime characters. I mean, I got my waifus and such. I mean, I got them, but okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dial it down to like an anime that I find like relatable to. So let's dial it down to Shield Hero because I felt like that was such a thing for me back then, for where I didn't feel alone with like some things I got like betrayed over. I'm gonna just say one of my most favorite anime characters is Raphtalia because like she provides a lot of support to Shield Hero because even after she was freed, she was still grateful that she was able to, you know, technically be in a better position, even though the methods with like, you know, getting her to like, you know, train up and then get used to Naofumi, which would raise some eyebrows as a lot of people have done. But Raphtalia, I just felt like was like a sympathetic support for me that I just kind of like put my shoes into Naofumi for a time, even though I wouldn't do the things that he did, or, you know, I would just kind of play it out differently. I wouldn't say Naofumi was a bad guy. I mean, you could tell that, you know, he still had the good heart in him when he was going through that terrible phase for him, but yeah, Raphtalia was like a sympathetic character I just appealed to back then.
Ah, yep, true.
Just felt alone in the world.
Oh, yep. Yep, Raphtalia was really great. Yep, I especially...
Yes! Gotta love raccoon girls! I didn't think I would like raccoon girls, but she was so cute!
Oh, yep. Yep, especially when she grown up a little bit, but still kind of maintained her cuteness, too. Yep. And then, I'd say as far as Shield Hero goes, I'd say first season was really good. Second season, I remember a lot of people hating the second season.
There were like a couple parts that kind of felt odd to me, but I still enjoyed it regardless. So the third season, I kind of feel like it was just a way to kind of like continue on with the story, but I felt like some things could have been more exciting. But I am still willing to watch the fourth season. I still very much am when it comes out.
Oh, yep, same here. Yep, I gotta see how crazy the story gets at that point. But I did kind of really like the third season a lot too, especially since Naofumi in the game actually got to have little duels against the other heroes too.
Yeah.
Have to go to sleep. Have a good stream, both of you. Alright, Geyer, thank you for dropping by and thank you for the super chat.
Have a good sleep.
Yep, have a good sleep, buddy. Yep, on to our next question. And this one's a slightly deep one.
Okay.
Have you learned anything from video games or anime?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely say so. Like, as I mentioned before, shonen anime just kind of like reminded me with like what I was trying to like strive for with content creation. Like, I just felt like it was such a thing that I was like dedicated to as a kid. As a lot of shonen characters out there are often like, you know, young, and that's like the aspirations that I had back then. So I felt like the fire was like still lit within me even as I struggled through life, because content creation was like something I was like so passionate about ever since the early days of YouTube, like way before like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, even, for where I just like the whole concept of content creation as a whole. Even if there were times I was like in and out of it, trying different things, but content creation was like something I was always drawn to. And even though there were like times on the internet that I was like criticized, hated with, or just called cringe, or just right out stupid, I just really kept at it, and seeing a bunch of like shonen for how they were just kept that fire within me going.
Oh, yep, true. Yep, that's really good, actually. Because, there's something about shonen protagonists that always gives you the motivation you need to always keep going no matter what. Kind of like how...
I know, right?
Yep, kind of like how Naruto practically was born with no ninja ability, and he kept trying no matter how many times he failed as well.
Exactly. Until, you know, he eventually learned the multiple Shadow Clone Jutsu in one go, so he was like, YOLO.
Indeed. And then he pretty much just spams it throughout the whole series.
Yeah. Pretty much the only ninja ever capable of spawning like tens upon tens of himself.
Indeed. And then Kakashi pretty much came along and copied that too during the Great Naruto Bridge battle as well.
Oh, yeah, I think Wait, what?
Oh, yep. That was during the first season of Classic Naruto when they were fighting Zabuza.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, right, Kakashi's ability. Right, of course. Yep, I remember.
Yep, he was bullying the crap out of him during the second encounter. And then Zabuza ended up liking him for some reason. Yep, way to pick your friends, game. Anime. Alright then. But yeah, on to our next question. What's your favorite food?
Oh boy. Well, I could easily dial down to. I've always loved anything Italian ever since I was a kid. I guess I was just really drawn to like the variety of like, you know, veggies and such that Italian food would be composed of. And just like Garfield, my favorite food is gonna have to be lasagna. It is filling. It contains a variety upon variety of flavors. It's got the cheese, it's got the tomato, all mixed in layers.
Yep.
Lots and lots of layers, always so filling. And as I'm talking about it right now, my mouth is watering, even though I had dinner recently and posted the food pics on Twitter. But oh my goodness, I've always wanted to get back into eating lasagna and trying that. I've never cooked lasagna. I've always been afraid I'm gonna screw it up, but I really want to try my hand on it. I really do.
Yep. Oh, yep, lasagna can be a pretty complex recipe if you pretty much home make it. When it comes to lasagna, my mom and I usually go for like the Stouffer kind of lasagna that we get from like grocery stores and stuff.
Stouffer?
Yeah, it's kind of a brand that pretty much just sells a bunch of frozen foods and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. My mother knows how to make lasagna. Like, she knows an excellent recipe, and it always tastes so good and savory. Like, I gotta get the recipe from her, and if I got the money, I gotta try it out for myself. I mean, it's probably, if I make like a big old batch of it could probably last me for a long time for just a single person like me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if you're just making a really big pan too. Then you'll just have plenty of leftovers too.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a way bigger pan than the pan I've got. The pan I got, no, only for a small batch, and I don't know if like the layers that you buy from the store would ever come in small batches, so I'm probably gonna need to buy something bigger.
I see. Yep. Yep, lasagna is a really good food, especially when you're in a fancy mood as well.
Yeah.
Although I think one interesting lasagna recipe I would like to see, maybe like turkey lasagna.
I'm sorry, turkey lasagna?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that actually exists.
Well, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure imagine some people who are creative enough will make it exist.
Well, I know that, like, turkey can come as, like, ground beef. Like, I've cooked with, like, that kind of turkey before, but still, like, in lasagna, well, I mean, I guess if you don't got anything else, it can work out pretty well, but I wonder how that would work with the spices, though. That's my next question that I've got, is what spices can work well with the turkey meat?
I think probably maybe like the usual salt and peppers, maybe. Although
oh yeah, salt and pepper's universal.
Yips. And then maybe if you kinda are feeling creative, maybe you can probably put some garlic seasoning on there to give it maybe more flavor, I think.
Yeah, that is true, but it feels like it just needs a little bit of something. Maybe paprika, maybe. That's the first thing that comes to mind is paprika.
Yep, that's a good one. But I think that's probably like all I can think of when it comes to that type of lasagna for creative recipes. But yeah, on to our next question. What are your pet peeves?
My pet peeves? Definitely when people don't pick up after themselves and I have to clean up after them, even though I could just leave it to them and not bother with it, but I'm just like, I don't like messes. I gotta clean it up to maintain my sanity. I gotta do that. Yes, I gotta. I like things tidy. I like things tidy. And I guess you could say it's more of like an Asperger's thing, but there's like certain like signals like that you use with your hands that I don't like what people do. Like for example, the finger where it's the get over here finger, it does cause some like triggers with anxiety in my mind, because the first thing that shoots to me is that they want something out of me and I did something wrong. And for a long time as a kid, I was like blamed for like a lot of things, and growing up autistic, it didn't like do me that much, and didn't do me that much good. And it's just please, just like a hand signal that I'm fine with is if you use like all four fingers and then just like beckon me to come over. That's a safe way to like get my attention. But using like the finger to get over here, it does cause a bit of trauma trigger. It does.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if someone uses their middle finger.
Oh god. I don't know, I mean, I haven't really had anyone use the middle finger against me too much, so I wouldn't feel too angry about it, not unless they're just like getting into a heated argument with me and wanting to leave the FU to me like that.
Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, I think with retail work, it can definitely feel like that as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta watch out for Karens, but I haven't like encountered too many Karens. I think just like, actually, no, I didn't encounter any Karens at all. Although there was another store employee that definitely encountered two Karens, like arguing over seniority for who has the rights to enter the changing room first, which I thought was stupid.
Oh, yep, sounds very stupid. Yep, gotta love that as well. Oh, yep, anything else you want to add to the pet peeves?
I usually try not to let anything bother me too much. I mean, you know, obviously the universal pet peeves for where if someone's mean to me, then no. And if someone calls me like the RETARDED word, because growing up autistic, I was like raised under that word. But other than that, yeah, those are like specific pet peeves that I've got that I just like to keep things neat and tidy. And if someone's wanting my attention, then please be patient with me. I'm slow-minded sometimes.
Yep, understandable. Yeah, those are pretty understandable pet peeves as well. Especially when you're always constantly feeling pressured and stuff as well.
Oh, yes.
Yep. And now we're finally on to our Vtuber portion of the questions. Let's see. What was your biggest inspiration for becoming a Vtuber?
Well, when I first started watching Hololive, it was just like out of entertainment, like just a side thing to like really enjoy and release stress over, because I just loved how chaotic but wholesome at some points in time that things got, unlike a bunch of like how other content creators were. Like, I just thought that it was really interesting that they got to be free and expressive the way they were. Eventually, I branched out to like the English-speaking side of VTubers for when, you know, they were just starting to pop up. Like, there were more so on YouTube than there were on Twitch, but there was one on Twitch that I was recommended to watch back then when I like reacted to VTubers, and that was actually Haruka Caribou back when she was like under 30k followers on Twitch, and I just discovered her that way, and I just thought that the positivity she brought up, the chaoticness that she had going on, I was like, huh, you know, with how free and expressive that she is, how about I try VTubing for myself? Like, it probably can't be that hard, right? So
Yep.
I got my model, but then some things happen in real life and just trying to maintain like content creation, and then I went on a long hiatus, and unfortunately I lost like the friends I made along the way there, except for like a few. And eventually I got back into it and rebranded as you see me right now. And eventually I'm going to get a 2.0, but that won't be far. That will be far into the future, as I got some like planning and going on, budgeting, all that stuff. But definitely some things for where hopefully like some things to do to raise like money for good goals, good incentives will come well.
Ah, that's good. Yep, you mentioned Hololive. Who would be your Kami Oshi in Hololive?
Kami Oshi in Hololive. Back then, my top favorite of all time was Toa, because I really loved her singing voice, and her singing voice always helped make my day, especially her original music called Error. Like, I just thought it was phenomenal. Like, I was there right when it premiered, and I was watching her 3D model debut, and I was just so happy for her, for like how far she managed to come along the way. As some members in Hololive back then were quite slow on growth, and Toa, like, I thought she deserved it for like where she was like finally getting some things like starting to pick up well with numbers. She was really doing well for herself, and she managed to make really great impressions.
Ah, nice. Oh, yep, I also saw Toa's 3D debut. It was really cute.
Yes! Like, she was so wholesome and cute. She says she tries to act like a devil, but she's just too cute to be one. She kind of reminds me of this one anime for where, what was it? Like, an angel just becomes, like, corrupt and becomes pretty much sloth-like, but there's a devil character in it that just doesn't really act like a devil, and there's another character called Satania. I forgot what the anime was called, but I know one character's name is Satania that's well loved among anime fans back then.
Ooh. Ah, nice. Oh, yep, definitely. As for my Kami Oshi in Hololive, I've been around the VTuber scene since 2007, and I'd say one of my Kami Oshis would have to be Tokino Sora.
Tokino Sora? Oh. I'm not too familiar. I'm sorry. There was like a point in time I was not able to keep track. Tell me more about them.
Oh, yep. Sora actually started VTubing around the early days before VTubing was niche, around 2017. She was a very idol-like VTuber who pretty much loved horror games.
Oh, hey, yo! Horror?
Yep. She actually really loved horror games when I first saw her, and she was in a part of a lot of collabs as well. Well, minus the Hololive collabs around that time. This was way before Hololive was a thing. But then once Hololive became a thing, she started performing more original songs, and I really liked her songs around that time too. And I think...
You got any song recommendations for her?
Oh, yep. My personal recommendation is probably the one song that she sings about, and she was an alien or something. I think it was like a Hatsune Miku song. Yep.
Yeah, okay, I know that cover song, yeah.
Yep. That was really good. As well as the typical shiny smiley story as well.
Gotcha.
Yep. But yeah, that was pretty much when I would start watching her. I especially like most of Gen 1 Hololive as well too. I'm still keeping up with Hachima, who's pretty much still streaming, even though she had a really long hiatus.
Oh, really?
Oh, yep.
Dang. Well, I'm glad she's doing well. Man, I remember her. Oh, I remember even the spider, the tarantula. Oh, I remember that.
Yep, spider, tarantula. And also going around asking for feed pics too.
Yes, I remember that. I remember. I haven't forgotten. But it was great.
Yep. Those two will always be one of my favorites as far as Kami Oshis go. But as far as other Hololive Oshis go, I also really liked Kiryu Koko for her advanced English as well.
Yes, and was quite revolutionary, especially to even help introduce Western viewers to watch Hololive, which was really tremendous for the group.
Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, her Asakoko stuff will always be memorable to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeps. Although if I had to probably name a favorite stream from Coco, it would probably have to be one of the Arc ones.
Huh?
Oh, yep, Arc's like this survival game that involves a lot of dark dinosaurs and such.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember that character she created. Yep, I remember.
Oh, yep, that character, that's amazing.
Quite creative.
Very creative. Yep, on to our next question. How did you come up with your name?
With Frey? Alright, well, kind of a funny story, so I was just, de-stressing, and, there was a period of time where I was going through a lot of stress, and I was, trying to come up with ways to, de-stress, and I got into mint tea, and I just thought, wouldn't it be so interesting for when I start rebranding, I just, throw in mint as part of the name? I think mint sounds kind of cute, so I could just go with that, but I needed something else to go along with it as well, so I was trying to find some pretty okay, name generators just load in that I could splice to combine mint with, and I encountered Godfrey, and I just thought, Godfrey, mint Frey. Mint Frey.
Nice.
Mint Frey. But people could just call me Mint or Minty for short. Mint Frey is just an official title to stand out.
Indeed. That's nice. Although when you kind of mentioned the Freed boss, I was also almost thinking about Godfried from Elden Ring 2.
Yeah, I also kind of thought about that as well, funny enough, when that name came up in the name generator.
Yep. First Elden Lord there, folks, which I still have yet to play Elden Ring, and I don't think I'll
Oh, it's good.
beat it anytime soon.
The game's really good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, we'll probably have to start over and play it more off stream, of course, because I do want to try to beat that Storm Castle eventually, but off stream though.
Right on.
Yips. Alright, on to our next question. Have you learned anything from being a VTuber so far?
It requires a lot of work. And when I do mean a lot of work, it's a lot, especially when you're ambitious as me. Of course, people could start off with just having fun, networking with others, just getting along with others, and doing what they do best. That's great. But of course, if they always wish to do better, then there is a lot of work to put into consideration, as well as like certain hacks to like, not like hacks, but just like sort of like, what's the word? I want to say life hacks, but for like social media wise, social media hacks. That's what I'll go ahead and call it. Like, there were a lot of things over like habits that a bunch of people in social media, YouTube, Twitch would have. Like, for example, I had to learn that when uploading YouTube Shorts, it's best not to stream on the same days that you upload YouTube Shorts. I thought it was okay because I just thought, hey, you check out my short, maybe you're curious about me watching me live, but no, when it comes to YouTube Shorts, it's best to upload outside of streaming. But TikToks and Instagram posts, they're different. They're very much different.
Yep.
But I am proud to be a hard worker the way I am because I am seeing a lot of benefits coming out of it. Like, I've even been doing really good on viewership on YouTube Shorts and TikToks. Like, especially when it came to this one collab that I was in with Prim and Kendra over Monster Prom 2, and I asked Prim a question, and the answer she came up just caught me so off guard that I just had to get it saved as a clip. It was so overdue to get turned into a YouTube short, but I finally got it edited, and I'm proud of that.
Nice. That's good. Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, VTubing takes a lot of work, of course. Especially when it comes to things like networking and trying to be consistent as well.
Yeah, it can be hard to be consistent, especially with the full-time job that I had. I mean, I've had like several jobs in the past that I've had like low retention rates over, especially with my anxiety disorder. That was like hard to keep track of things, and I just really couldn't keep up. Like, I had a lot of sick days because like I would get so stressed out that my body wouldn't really cooperate. Like, for example, it would be hard to like have my hand clench into a fist. So a lot of things I had to learn about like content creation is that in real life matters. It should be more than just a form of escapism from in real life. In real life, you gotta take matters well and have good habits in real life, such as like, you know, eating properly, touching grass enough so that way you can function properly as a content creator. Those are things that you definitely don't want to forget.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yep, this also brings me to another like little bonus question as well.
Ooh, I love bonus questions.
Now, recently there's been some debates going around saying that streaming is harder than a 9-to-5, and I kind of want to know what's your take on that?
Harder than a 9-to-5. I mean, it's already hard enough that I have to manage the job I've got while also streaming. But being harder than a 9-to-5, I mean, when it comes to 9-to-5s, you know, you're trained to do these things. You kind of start off as an underling in the system that whatever company you work for. So actually, yes, it's a whole lot harder than a 9-to-5 job because there's like a lot of things you got to keep in mind in order to make content, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it yourself. like there are like other people you can rely on. Like you have your editors, you have your manager, you have your like say vocal trainer to teach you how to sing properly, as well as those that know how to mix certain songs together for like say original songs you want to compose. But yeah, I'd say it's a whole lot harder than like your typical 9 to 5 job that which is paid decently well because you get what you pay for. But when it comes to content creation, yeah, you definitely get paid the just amount of big bucks that you need. But even though you do get the big bucks, you still gotta allocate enough like money for like certain projects like song covers or original songs to keep track of. So yeah, I would say it's a whole lot harder. I mean, I'm not a full-time content creator, I'm not, but when I get to that point, I know it's going to be tough to even like maintain my stance in the content creation world, because even if I do make it out there, I have to keep consistent and I have to keep working hard. So yeah, like it definitely takes a huge creative outlet, but once you know a good rhythm, especially with like knowing what people you want to appeal to, yeah. But at the end of the day, I would say harder than a 9 to 5 job.
Yep. Understandable. Very understandable. Yep, as for my personal take on that, I'm pretty much the opposite, mostly because,
Oh yeah?
Mostly because, 9 to 5s pretty much can drain you mentally and emotionally, and you pretty much, can't really turn them off unless you want to go get a new job. And then sometimes when you do want to get a new job, it's not going to be easy, and plus you gotta keep up with your Wi-Fi and stuff. You need to pay those internet bills and stuff.
Yeah, it was even like tough for me when I was like out looking for a new job. There was even a period of time for where I was 2 months out of a job, and I was like just struggling to ensure I kept everything afloat. I had to like do some strict spending until finally I managed to land the job that I currently have. Yeah, it's tough to even like just get out of your job and then find another job. Like I had like in real life friends tell me just quit my job, but I had to keep telling them it's not as easy as you may think it is. I'm sorry I don't have a job correlated in my degree like you guys did when we all went to college together, but still, man, cut me some slack.
Yep. Deserve some slack right there. Yep, very much deserved. Yep. But yeah, that was my own little personal take on that. And then we can move on to our official question now.
Okay.
Did VTubing bring any changes to you in terms of personality or the new things you experienced?
Well, it has, as I was like, it's like a kind of like a mix of things, for where at first it was like definitely starting to take like a huge mental toll on me, but at the same time I wouldn't really feel much joy in life without content creation. But when getting back into it and then just like further evolving, as well as like tackling on my job and like starting to get used to it, minus the times I would just have to say, hey, stream canceled, I got overworked, or I got screwed over by other merchandisers, so stream canceled. But I definitely feel like I can just have a whole lot more faith in myself and credit myself more as a person that people would want to be able to hang out with, that I am a likable person, than like mistakes that I have made in the past, especially when trying to understand social cues, that I've caused people to just like not want to hang out with me anymore. But I've learned a lot on this current journey that I am on as Frey, and I never thought that I would just network as hard as I did. Like I used to naively think that it was, follow along the simple steps, like do what Jacksepticeye did or do what Markiplier did. But with streaming and editing should be fine. Like you're a hard worker. I mean, your hard work should, equate to just showcasing results, but sometimes it's not always this thing, because if people think you're cringe, then damn. But at the end of the day, I have evolved tremendously as a person, for where I can really be outreaching to other people, and I really do like that about myself. Eventually, for where I form my own best friend in the Vtuber community, and I'm proud to have met her.
Yep. Very true, very true. Yep, especially when it comes to things like networking as well as building friendships and relationships as well. But yeah, I think it's one thing that probably will have to get better, and is definitely you're still constantly learning as you continue to VTube, because there's always something new way to do things too.
Yes, especially with some things that my manager's been teaching me. Like, she insisted that I try Instagram out to upload my content to, especially with like other tools I can like schedule my posts ahead of time with, so that way I can easily get into it. Like, I even got my own whiteboard. I even got my own whiteboard to remind me, do this, Frey, do this, do what your manager tells you to do.
Yep. That's good. Oh, yeah, but how big is your whiteboard? Is it like the size of your laptop?
Oh, way bigger.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's
right on the wall. Smack dab on the wall. And it big, it wide. I needed a big wide one for all the ideas and such that my manager's been teaching me.
Ah, okay, nice. So it's like the size of a flat screen TV, then a really big one.
Maybe not a really big one, but yeah, I say it's the size of a TV.
Ah, nice. Yep, always, I guess it's go big or go home, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense. Alright, Dean, on to our next question. Did you ever once regretted VTubing?
Oh, let's see. I mean, there was a time when I did a semi-graduation that I just felt like, man, what have I gotten myself into? Am I really all for this? Although, that was just more so that I was focused on taking time off to mentally recover, but I just didn't know if I would return in the form of being a VTuber, because I felt like there were some things that were just harder to do than just being a facecam streamer or content creator, especially when it comes to money, and I just felt really conflicted at the time if it really was meant for me, because there was somebody that I thought that was my friend when I was looking for sympathetic support. She told me that male VTubers have little to no chance in being VTubers, but I later on discovered that was a huge lie. I mean, there are plenty of male VTubers out there. They're doing good.
Yep.
Plenty of them.
Yep, plenty of them are doing good as well. Yep, I especially like Hollow Stars as well as the first stage production boys.
Yeah, Hollow Stars has been doing pretty good. Like, I even seen like their song pop up in Offkai when I was there, and it was terrific. I was like, "Hey, yo!"
Ah, nice. Oh, what song did they play in Offkai?
Shoot, I can't remember, but I think it was definitely something from the second generation, if I'm not mistaken, based on the cast from what I know about Hollow Stars.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry, my memory's not too good. I haven't paid attention to Hollow Stars or Hollow Live in quite some time.
Ah, yep, no problem. Yep, they did release quite a few great songs in their time too. Which I'll probably DM you some of my personal recommendations to once I get time.
Yeah, feel free to. I'm down for the DMs, yeah.
Yeps. Yep. And on to our next question. Do you feel like you must be very talented to be a good VTuber?
Well, I always thought that I have to be like super uber duper whooper good at things to really specialize in, but as I've been like, talking to my manager from like our last meeting, she said that, Mint, with all these food pics that you keep posting, which I keep getting hungry over, have you ever thought about making like YouTube shorts or anything related content wise over your cooking? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm I'm not the best at it, and I don't want to get actually like I did in the past, but she told me that in the VTuber sphere, it is much more tolerable so long as they put the effort in as well as the personality and showcase something that you probably wouldn't normally see. So she has encouraged me to try my hand on that, especially when it comes to like, you know, my own personal stories to share in YouTube Shorts and TikToks that eventually I'm going to do. Like, you know how a bunch of VTubers like talk about their own personal past for where you don't need like a, you know, talent over that because it's you. And VTubers, we're not normal. And again, guys, if you don't take the medicine, we're just gonna keep being voices in your guys' heads. We're just gonna be here until you take your medicine.
Yep, take your pills. Don't refuse your medication. Indeed.
But yeah, I don't think you need like to be super uber talented in something. You could just be you with like some good twist to put in. Like, I've even like recently seen like a YouTube short for where it's not the best cooking video because there's a dog that just ruins it all. So that's pretty much wholesome and such, and also silly. I'm just like, yeah, people need the silliness to remind themselves we're all humans, we make mistakes, so release that human in ya. Release it.
Yep. Humanize your content and then people will find you relatable.
Yes, exactly.
Indeed. Yips. I think the most important thing you should probably do as a VTuber is you can take yourself a little bit seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously to the point where numbers and success gets over your head.
Oh yeah, it's why I don't really pay attention to the viewer count every time I go live. Like, I just bleep that out every time I have my stream manager up. Like, it just feels too good to not really pay attention to them, even though my stats tell me I do good at certain points of time. But I'm just like, I just want to remind myself it don't matter about the numbers. It matters to who I appeal to and if I make their day or not.
Yep.
Even though I don't want to remain small forever, I always want to keep growing and do well in advertisements. So I'm gonna keep at that.
That's right. Keep enhancing your personality, all you small streamers out there, including myself. Yep. On to our next question. What's your favorite thing about becoming a VTuber?
Oh boy, favorite thing about becoming a VTuber? Well, I think it's like the connections I've been able to make. Like, I just didn't think it'd be possible considering my size, but no, I mean, I've been like doing really good with like connections that I've been like establishing for myself and meeting like really cool, interesting people. Like, it's a way that tells me, Mint, you've been so self-conscious about being a people pleaser and then just smiling and nod your head if you think you're gonna be too stupid over something, but look where you're at. You got this far because you let your aura shine. You see this right here, Mint? You see this? Networking is just a real good cleansing factor to one's own soul for where any darkness that resides, poof, gone. As soon as you start networking and hang out with the right people for sure.
The right people, indeed.
And with no one to tell me that men have a little to no chance of being VTubers, because the friends I made tell me that I do good and am fun to hang out with.
Indeed. Yep. The true experience of VTubing is the friends you make along the way, folks.
Yeah.
Yep, very much so. Well, really glad to hear that, actually.
Yes. Even to be here, that counts for something too as well.
Oh, yep. Definitely counts for something, alright. Especially the fun times we had during those Among Us times, as well as party animals.
Among Us.
Yep, Among Us. Oh yeah, hey Bubba, if you're still kind of watching, still no hard feelings for voting you out though. Yips. But of course, oh yep, did you also know that my birthday was a good couple days ago? By Wednesday.
Yeah, I did. I wished you a happy birthday from the Unity server. Yeah, of course. Even though I'm not always too active in the Unity server, though I do occasionally look at the collab forums, like just in case and all that. But yeah, I saw that your birthday was up, and I wished you a happy belated birthday because I was a day late.
It's okay. Glad you wished it when you did. Alright, I guess this is our last question here.
Alright, bring it up.
Any words to your fans?
Any words to my fans? Y'all are definitely worth your salt so long as you put the effort into it, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want to work hard at something, you do it. But it don't matter if it take you like 1 day, 2 days, a week, month, years. Like me, it's taking years to like actually be good and proper with content creation and get a good consistent path with it. But yeah, always stay true to yourself. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, you man, male VTubers have little to no chance. Don't you know it's all about the booba that people are obsessed over? No, men can be VTubers too, and there's plenty of male VTubers out there. It don't matter with who has better chances of what in success. Be who you are, even if you're anywhere in between man or woman. It don't matter. It don't matter. Be who you are. Get out there. Face the world.
Indeed. Very inspiring words right there. But that's kind of also what happens when you watch a lot of shonen as well. But as the
oh my god.
As a shonen connoisseur myself, I do approve as well. Although if I were to tell you guys my favorite shonens, though, that would be a little too boring, though. Oh, yeah, but what would you say your top 5 shonens are, Mint?
Top 5 shonens at the top of my head. That would be Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, let's say Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, and I'm also gonna have to say Naruto.
Ah, nice. Yep, as for myself, I'd say Dragon Ball Z, and then there's Bleach. Yep, Bleach is pretty much is now making a comeback with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Oh.
And then there's number 3 would have to be Black Clover now.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that was an original favorite of mine, but then eventually I just fell out of it. I mean, I did enjoy the ride all the way to like the latest episode, as well as the movie they did, even though it wasn't canon, but I just appreciate the fact that they were actually able to properly put good animations in it. I'm just like, oh my god, thank you. Oh, thank you. You got it right. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for fixing that animation budget, whatever studio made Black Clover. Yep, and number 4 would have to be Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, Hunter x Hunter? That's a good one.
Yep.
I actually did recently caught up with it. Like, I binge watched it, and I like its unique concept, especially with over, Nen. I'm just like, okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once they introduced Nen to the series, it pretty much went on a whole other level.
Yeah.
I'd say probably my favorite arc in the Hunter x Hunter would probably be the Greed Island arc.
Oh, Greed Island? Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, gamers, man, gaming.
Oh, yep, definitely. Especially the little trading card aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
Yep. It also kind of reminded me of most of Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, which Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably not one of my top 5, but I'd say number 5 would have to go to Naruto as well.
Gotcha.
But I did especially like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the very first season of it. I think that's probably about the most I'll probably say about Yu-Gi-Oh! Although 5Ds was also probably really good too, so if I had to probably think of like a top 3 for Yu-Gi-Oh! It would probably be the Duel Monsters and 5Ds. Huge recommendations.
Gotcha.
And then I'd say that's about clarifies my top 5 shonens as well.
Right on.
So chat, do you have any questions for Minty here?
Any questions for me? Even if it's anything advice related?
If anything advice related to or something. If you also have questions for me as well, I'm willing to answer those as well.
And again, if you're wondering like what exact future projects I'm gonna be working on, I can't answer those. I'm by contract to keep some things secret. But if it's like over like, you know, advice and tips, then I'm definitely more than happy to answer them.
Oh, yep, definitely. Yep, he can't tell us whether he's getting his 3D model, unfortunately. Which I imagine that'll probably be like probably like a year from now.
Yeah, maybe. And if I had the room around in my home, or maybe the right setup to get some 3D motion tracking going on, maybe when I move out, if that day ever comes, in which case I hope it comes, yeah.
Yep, true. Yep, in my case, I pretty much just use VC Face for my stuff for like very simple stuff though.
Gotcha.
Which luckily VC Face is free, so you don't have to pay a cent. And also you can also get Warudo on Steam as well, which is also free. Yep, very nice apps for you 3D VTubers. Oh,
Snowy.
Can we pat the cat ears?
Oh.
Nice.
Wait, I forgot. Okay, I just pressed the hotkey, but it takes a while for the head pat to roll in. There we go. Yeah, you could do this. Snowy, you could do this. You can most certainly do this.
Yeps.
You're just kind of touching at the base of the ears, but yeah, there you go. Are you happy, Snowy? I hope you're happy. I hope this makes you happy, bestie. Guys, it's my bestie in chat. My bestie showed up in chat. Hi.
Yep, welcome in. Yeah, that took a while to load in, but now we got it.
Yeah, sorry for the frozen experience. I forgot that it takes a while for that thing to load up. But usually if I do it a second time, like this, it's perfectly fine. I don't know why the first time it's just a lag. It's just really weird.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, looks like a VTube studio probably may have some latency issues to figure out.
Wait a minute, didn't VTube Studio, I think a warning popped up saying that like with certain items and such that it would cause some like lag over others models? Oh, well, you're moving just fine. Okay, maybe it sometimes occurs. I don't know. VTube Studio's acting scuffy today.
Yep, it can be very scuffy. Well, if the petting is all the questions we have, I think it's safe to say we can pretty much end here then.
Yeah, I had a terrific time during this interview. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep, thank you.
Of course.
Yep. Alright folks, gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. I want to thank you guys for watching and being here, and special thanks to me and Frey for joining here today. It's been a great time. And if you guys haven't been checked them out, don't check this stream at least. Check the other waiting room that's up there that has all his links.
Yeah, it's the other one. It's the other one.
Which I'll go ahead and post some of those as well. Let's see.
Okay.
Put them in the YouTube chat for a bit. Well, I'll at least put the Twitter in since everything else just goes directly to YouTube.
Gotcha. That's fair. That's fair.
Here we go. There he goes. And with all that said, folks, I will see you guys tomorrow with a Sea of Thieves collab with Yawa Yuki and Crooked Gamer.
Take care, everyone. Thank you all so much for stopping by.
Yep. This is Terence signing out, and I'll see you guys next stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And now to go ahead and mute the Good, we actually passed the 2-hour mark. Made it to the 2-hour mark. Now we got a lot of altering to do. OBS, you kinda screwed up a little bit. That's okay though. It was all good fun.